With RTX in Minecraft, water now looks like water. You see the reflection, you see the refraction, you see the color transmission through the surface.
Hello, I'm Epic and you heard that correctly. There is going to be realistic water coming to Minecraft later this year, alongside reflections, alongside a better lighting system, which allows for almost every single block in the game to improve, because they are overhauling the way that Minecraft visually appears when it comes to high-end devices, or so it seems with the announcement of Minecraft's RTX ray tracing. So this is a big announcement they've just made today, and it's one I wanted to guide you through, because obviously so far we've mostly seen hype and a little bit of a big Nvidia promotion, as you can see right now. It's literally got the Nvidia RTX logo at the end. So because of that, I wanted to show you the beautiful things that are going to be possible later this year, and then also explain what actually seems like is going to be happening in terms of actual practicality in today's video. So first of all, let's hear the actual explanation directly from the game designers themselves.
Minecraft is many things to many people. It is a creative tool, it is a game to get immersed in, it is anything that you would want it to be. Ray tracing is one of the key innovations that we think is next for Minecraft.
RTX gives us that custom flavor for each block that you can't see anywhere else. We wanted to keep the authentic look of Minecraft and still push the boundaries with ray tracing.
So yeah, they want to change the entire look of Minecraft while keeping it authentic, which basically to me sounds a lot like this is a shader pack which is going to be coming into the default Minecraft, rather than being an actual shader pack which comes kind of separately and is a, installable add-on that might cost some money like Super Duper. We'll dive into that later, don't worry. But rather than being something like this, they're going to have increased graphics options for Minecraft to allow it to take advantage of modern-day PCs. Because something you might know if you play Minecraft on any high-end device is it doesn't really take advantage of that once you talk about, once you go beyond render distance, it can't take advantage of higher-end graphics because everything is blocks, right? But here you can see as the RTX turns on, any basic simple scene can use those, the complex calculations your GPU can perform to do really beautiful things with the lighting, to be really beautiful things with reflections of, for instance, ice, as you can see right here. The sort of stuff that was previously only consigned to shader packs and these beautiful different resource packs you would have seen is now going to be possible within the base game inside of the options menu. And if you have a GeForce RTX card, you'll be able to do it by default, right? But that's where this is, kind of like half marketing, half, like actuality changes, because this, trailer they released, and a lot of what the news is going around on game sites is that Minecraft's going to look beautiful if you're playing it on the brand new RTX Nvidia cards. But obviously, that's a super weird announcement to make, because think about it. I mean, Minecraft is a game which is available on so many platforms, and they previously said when something comes to Minecraft, they want it available on all platforms. Think about just how niche people with RTX cards actually are. Again, for most games, people with high-end GPUs isn't really a niche market at all. For any demanding high-end game, that's a thing you expect, but Minecraft has a very small percentage of its players on high-end PCs, or really on PCs to begin with. There are 35 million Java players compared to 180 million Bedrock players, most of whom are not on the PC. So when you take that small PC market and you say just for the RTX cards, you're talking about something that is for such a tiny minority that most of us can't be excited. I actually have a pretty high-end Nvidia card, but it's not RTX, it's GTX, and therefore it wouldn't support the ray tracing. So, and I'm sure you might be in a similar category that either you don't have a PC or it doesn't have one of these cards, and therefore 99% of us shouldn't care is the message this trailer kind of sends. But if you look at the announcement and you read into it a bit more, it seems as though, like that's the message that Nvidia and Minecraft want to send, at least with this trailer, but it's not the actual announcement that they're making, because they wanted to announce on their website today that the Render Dragon and Nvidia ray tracing are coming to Minecraft. There's a new engine and a new way to experience Minecraft coming, and that, Minecraft is on so many platforms. The great thing about it is that it opens up so many fun possibilities about how we can change the experience for each one. We added touch controls when we developed the mobile version, put you inside Minecraft on Gear VR, and enabled multiplayer across consoles and devices with our Better Together update. Today, we're announcing two new ways we're taking advantage of existing and updating hardware. One, we're expanding the scope of Minecraft on Bedrock platforms with our new engine, Render Dragon. Second, we're pushing the graphic possibilities of the game by partnering with Nvidia to bring real-time ray tracing to Minecraft. Prepare your eyes. So first of all, they're admitting this is a direct partnership with Nvidia, and they've got their sponsored logos all over the thing. And second of all, they're talking about how, yeah, Minecraft is on a lot of platforms, and one of those, platforms is getting a big boost today, but not necessarily exclusively that platform, because the Render Dragon is going to make a lot of brand new things possible in Minecraft, such as this whole new lighting effect. Except, wait a minute, wasn't this whole new lighting effect one of the things they were going for Super Duper Graphics? Again, coming back around to that later because there's a big, mini rant about that. But to dive more into the actual news itself, the article just says that, yeah, there's going to be ray tracing coming, and that eventually it's going to be coming out later this year. We'll know what's happening, as well as the technical requirements. They want our feedback through every step of the process. That's why we plan to enable you to preview the new ray tracing features by turning on optional graphics with RTX in the settings screen of Minecraft in a future beta. You can expect that feature in the new year, and they also plan to enable some of these new features, such as improved emissivity and directional lighting on other Bedrock platforms. Speaking of which, and then they kind of like dive off it, but what they're saying there is this will be coming out later this year, which sounds like another big graphical improvement to Minecraft they made. They promised would be out later the same year they announced it. But leaving that to the side, again, we're coming back around to that. Leaving that to the side, they basically say right here that, yeah, they're going to have a optional graphics of RTX in the betas of Minecraft that they hope to enable later on this year, and that it's also going to enable some of those features for other Bedrock platforms. Other Bedrock platforms, by the way, literally humanly cannot have an RTX card. It should be noted because, I mean, like, if you have a phone, you can't really install a, like a $1,000 GPU on that, because that's fundamentally not how phones work. They all have integrated, GPUs on their chips. You can't install a $1,000 GPU, and no one would, even if you could. So yeah, basically they're admitting that, like, hey, other Bedrock platforms are getting some of these features, and then they even directly confirm, when Polygon writes their article, that ray tracing in Minecraft will not be exclusive to NVIDIA graphics cards, but those are the only consumer-level GPUs currently available that support the technology. Or to correctly sum this up, at the very end they talk about the Render Dragon, which is the visual improvement to Minecraft itself. They say that you'll see individual Minecraft Bedrock platforms update in the months ahead as we learn the capabilities of our lovely new game engine, Render Dragon. You may have seen a preview of Render Dragon in action if you watched the Apple Worldwide Developer Conference on stage when we demoed Minecraft Earth. It featured edge highlighting and new lighting techniques, which is just the start of the visual and performance upgrades we're planning to make with Render Dragon. Render Dragon supports a range of graphics features depending on what your device is capable of. Not all devices will support ray tracing, but we will have some graphics enhancements on most devices. Again, it's about taking advantage of different hardware to offer the smoothest Minecraft experience possible, no matter what device you're playing on. Basically, to summarize this correctly, they're saying later on this year, the Render Dragon, the new Minecraft rendering engine, is coming out, and it's obviously going to scale depending on your platform. If you have a phone from 5 years ago, it's not going to work particularly well because Minecraft is already quite demanding, but if you have spare capacity in your GPU and CPU, as most gamers on most platforms will, because again, Minecraft is not a game that's changed its requirements too much over the years, because for those people, you'll be, especially GPU requirements, because Minecraft is a much more CPU heavy game than GPU right now. If you have a decent GPU, there's going to be a lot more options available to you. I guess I should clarify, it sounds like even if you don't have a decent GPU, you can probably turn on the options, they just probably won't run too well. But basically, in the same way that Minecraft right now has non-fancy graphics and fancy graphics, we're probably going to go from fancy graphics to fancier graphics with ray tracing and all these other options that presumably will be enabled on a one-by-one basis, kind of like the Super Duper Graphics pack. Which, can we just mention that real quickly, by the way, literally less than a week after making that announcement, they're like, hey guys, you know that thing you've been waiting for 2 years that we teased and we tried to sell a lot of consoles based on? Hey, that's not coming, but you know what is coming? Something that's super similar, and I think I'd be upset with that. And I think if you bought an Xbox One X, you can be incredibly upset because this is clearly the same technology they were working on for Super Duper Graphics. They clearly, canned that either a long time ago or just on the spot. They've instead partnered with NVIDIA, which is weird because you'd figure Microsoft would have a better partnership with Microsoft than Microsoft does with NVIDIA. But again, big company, logic goes out the window at that point. So Microsoft and NVIDIA have instead partnered to say, hey, this is all possible solely because of NVIDIA, definitely not because of us. And who knows how much they were paid to say that. But basically, Super Duper Graphics has gone away, which is a bummer on the one front, but honestly, all we lose in that is a resource pack. I mean, there are better resource packs in the community, I have no doubt, and you lose access to, being able to buy the shaders, but on the other hand, you get free shaders on every platform of Minecraft. That's right, you will not have to buy this ray tracing, it should be clarified, unlike the Super Duper Graphics, which was going to come with a fee, whether that be 5, 10, realistically more dollars at some point. This is going to be free, just a visual upgrade to Minecraft, and that's why I don't think I'm overall too upset. I think this is the most ridiculous move from a PR standpoint. They've basically just admitted that either they like to sell consoles or they, they came up with a thing to sell consoles, then immediately realized like, oh man, this was not a good idea, and then lied about not cancelling it because it was clearly cancelled a long time ago. As soon as they cancelled, Xbox One X enhancements, there was no way this was ever going to happen. So yeah, they clearly went through some messy process that I think any Xbox One X owner, can be upset about, and maybe one day even leads to some form of class action lawsuit in America. Because despite the fact that I like like my console, it was sold to me under false pretenses. I play mostly Minecraft. To clarify, mine wasn't actually paid for, so I'm not part of any class actions. And in fact, most I have to imagine some huge number of them weren't actually paid for, because despite the huge PR push, Microsoft has never published numbers, and the fact that they dropped support for it very soon afterwards makes me think it didn't do very well, and therefore it sucks to be one of the few of us that actually supported Microsoft. That's the message that we kind of get from this whole thing. So yeah, Super Duper Graphics is cancelled. That whole console is now a dud as far as Minecraft is concerned. Clearly there's no plans to be like, 5 years later, that's the time to support it. Given that Microsoft has a brand new console coming out either the end of next year, if not the one after that. This is clearly going to be that kind of left by the wayside thing, but out of the ashes comes something that is free. Out of the ashes comes something that will presumably, work quite a lot better if you have an RTX card, I guess. And out of the ashes comes something that Microsoft gets a partnership with in exchange for, again, either money. I'm not sure if it's money or promotion, or if it's in terms of like development. Again, when it comes to NVIDIA deals with games, the public doesn't know what goes on, but what we do know is some form of deal was made with NVIDIA, and NVIDIA clarifies, like, this is the third most played games on our cards, so we want to make sure it runs real great. The exact specifics of that is, like, again, it's far too high for anyone to really properly speculate on, besides, hey, they did some form of deal so that Super Duper Graphics went away and that ray tracing came out instead. But again, this is a good thing for the community for the most part. Again, any non-Xbox One X owner can be happy with this, because on the one hand, we've lost the Super Duper Graphics texture pack, but on the other hand, we've gained the actual result, the thing that people wanted to pay for, the beautiful graphics. That part of it is now coming to Minecraft by default, and later on this year, it seems as though Minecraft will just look beautiful all the time. And yeah, this is where I think the big kind of divide between Minecraft Windows 10 players and the rest will start to come out. This is where Minecraft Bedrock kind of splinters into different kind of platforms. On YouTube right now, I would say there mostly is like a Minecraft Bedrock community, because there's a bunch of mobile players that are like, hey, that's the same game I play. When you add the RTX features, you make the game more beautiful, but you arguably make it less accessible when people see the game that they want to play and then they see the game that they get on a mobile device. You make a bigger disparity between devices, and funnily enough, the Super Duper Graphics pack was cancelled. Again, the reason they gave is because they weren't happy with performance across all devices. They felt like it was going to split Bedrock up into multiple platforms, except then this comes out and it literally does exactly that from within the game itself. Not even a piece of DLC, the game itself is now going to be hugely different depending on your platform. It could look how it does right now with that huge touchscreen, or it could look like this with the beautiful colors all over the screen. And yeah, I think this is the weirdest messaging. I think it sucks for Microsoft's own console. I think it's great for anyone who has an NVIDIA RTX card already, because sounds as though you're front of the line as far as good things go on that level. And it's good for any other Minecraft Bedrock player, because hey, that Super Duper Graphics pack, it might have died, but out of the ashes came something free. And I'll take anything free over anything paid in general. And that's why I guess it would suck if you spent $450 on a console, which you thought would have improved support, but it currently still plays exactly like a regular Xbox One X. But that's none of my business. That's not something I have to, dive into, but it is something that just feels like, hey, so yeah, Minecraft as the studio is doing some cool stuff. Minecraft players get some cool stuff. But Microsoft, the company, has some more anti-synergies with itself. In the same way that Xbox One was previously, right now it's one of the worst places to play Minecraft, because it's the same game, but you have to pay a yearly fee to actually play it with people, unlike those other platforms running that same Xbox Live service. Now it gets even worse, because hey, if you support Microsoft, the hardware company, you get a really raw deal as far as Microsoft, the games company, goes. It's how it comes across right now. It's just how it is right now, and I don't understand how that's possible. I don't understand how that's the case. But again, most of you don't care. This is mostly my personal rant. That does lead to the questions of like, so how does the next generation really go down? If Microsoft can barely support its own product right now, how is it going to support a brand new one in like less than 24 months time? And that's a question we're gonna have to leave for now, because I guess that goes far too deep into the analysis of the industries for today's video. But I hope you all enjoyed this one regardless. I hope you all enjoyed learning about RTX. I am very excited. I hope the messaging isn't mixed at all in that one. I think you should be very excited, and I think 99% of people can be happy with this, but I'm the 1% of people that has to be bitter. And yeah, don't be bitter, be sweet. That is my message to not only all of you watching this video, but also the beer industry. Like, beer's the manly drink, but it tastes like awfulness. Why don't we make one that's actually sweet and drinkable? Wow, twig hat for Beer President 2020. But no, more seriously, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you do enjoy the rest of your day. And if you do work for a beer executive company, why don't we just say, hey, Grass is not a flavor anyone wants in their life. Grass isn't a flavor anyone's enjoying. We're all pretending to enjoy it collectively. Why don't we just go to a world where everything tastes like sugar, the thing that people want in the rest of life? Notice how there's no grass-flavored pie. It's never like, hey, what soup do you want? Do you want the grass soup or do you want the sweet corn soup? No one ever says that because, you know what? I think you get the point. Thank you very much for watching my TED Talk. Make sure you subscribe to see more of these. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Turn on the notification bell because YouTubers say that at the end of videos. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.